everybody's going? Welcome back to the channel. We're at a great day. This video is gonna be a different one than usual. This is actually a recut from our official review comparison between the three best track focus supercars money can buy, between the Huracan Lamborghini STO and the McLaren 600LT with the Porsche GT3 RS. Now I'm pulling out the GT3 RS segment and actually touching base more on that for an official review, which is what this video is. The GT3 RS was no ordinary GT3 RS. It had a 4.5 liter 6-cylinder in it, and it produced 600 horsepower. Overall, it's a build unlike anything else out there, and I think it really does warrant its own official exclusive video so that the right people can see it. And before it starts, I want to give a bit more information on this vehicle. Now this is one of two in the world. Yep, you heard me, just two of these have been made so far, at least that's what I've been told from the owner, Ron, super cool guy. Essentially, it's a GT3 RS, but the cylinders have been completely bored out and the block has been re-sleeved. Plus, you have new pistons put inside the block itself with a Dundon intake system, Sharpworks exhaust system with catless headers, and more. The dyno was 600 horsepower. Altogether, over 100 more horsepower and torque than a standard GT3 RS. You've almost got your own GT2 RS, right? Anyways, hope you enjoy the footage right here. The GT3 RS, possibly the most popular exotic track car I ever see at the racetrack. Everyone seems to love them, and it's for good reason. It's not just about putting down fast lap times, but it's also about the driver thrill, the feedback when you're driving fast. And being rear engine, having the engine sit all the way behind these back wheels, it offers a very distinctive driving experience that is so unique in the marketplace. A Porsche is characteristically a Porsche for sure, and having the RS treatment, you have these huge exit vents above the front tires, just like the Huracan STO and the 600LT, which just helps to relieve all that turbulent airflow inside this wheel well, effectively giving you even more downforce as well. So this is functional to reduce the lift that happens on the front axle, giving you more front end grip. Also, you have the RS distinctive intakes right here on the hood coming down. The owner has put on a tow hook, well, not a tow hook, a tow strap, because this is his track car and he does properly drive it. Just like all these other exotics in the lineup right here, they are driven. That's the best part about it. And just like the STO, this spoilerless wing in the back is adjustable. You can increase downforce or lower it. However, the 600LT is the only one in the lineup that has a fixed standard setup, whereas you're in the max downforce setting all the time. Coming all the way down, the GT3 RS does have the advantage for the contact patch, the biggest tires, 325s out back, because that engine is placed back here. So you got to really get inside of it and change your mindset when it comes to driving fast. This is no ordinary GT3 RS. Well, it's got a ton more horsepower. It's got a 4.5 liter 6-cylinder, so it's custom. It's got about 600 horsepower. I am so pumped about it. So you know what? Let me see what the RS experience is all about. I've driven the GT2 RS, the GT3s. This vehicle has been pretty elusive to me. I haven't been able to really experience it. And today's finally the day, and we're doing it right with a custom built one. Love the key little silhouette of the vehicle itself. Let's hop inside and see what it is like. The owner of this vehicle does track it, so he's got all the harness systems set up in here. It's really nice. Manual, a competition bucket seats, which finish off the aggressive, mean vibe of the car. Let's go ahead and start it up and go for our first drive. Windows going down and starting it up. Woo! Yep, like I said, custom exhaust. Everyone's hopping in. We're gonna go for a drive together and see what this thing is like. Ignore the engine control light. That is only because of the custom exhaust. There's nothing wrong with the engine. This thing is fully built, so it's just giving a quick error, but that'll go away shortly. This is not a manual, it's an automatic, being a GT3 RS, but let's pop it into the manual shifting and follow Ron. Put in loud exhaust mode. Whoa! It's so loud. He said, get ready to plug your ears when you go fast. So let's see if he's right. Here we go. Whoa! That's insane! How does it? Oh my gosh. This thing is so raw. Oh my gosh. The front end grip is just insane. I am so in shock. Okay, winding it back now we're winding it back. The noises! I cannot stop smiling and laughing right now. This is insane. Literally downshifts with this custom made exhaust. Yeah, there's no need to go any louder. You don't need to straight pipe it. Like, just listen to this. Ready? Downshift. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, so I'm pretty much hooked already. I'm pretty much hooked already on the GT3 RS. The noises it's making, the throttle response is instantaneous. It's naturally aspirated. The 4.5 liter in this car is blowing my mind. This is built right. The front end grip is just amazing. I love the steering feel. It's so intuitive. I mean, it makes me feel so confident and just, it feels good, the feedback. The entire car is raw. I'm sitting low in the chassis, and he's gunning it. Let's do that, shall we? Whoa. I understand why there's such an amazing following for the Porsche GT3 RS. I understand now. This is blowing my mind. This car is a track day heaven. It just wants to make you keep going and going and going. The seating position, again, you're sitting so low in the chassis. The rear engine architecture makes you want to always be on that power, because if you're not, you got to realize the tail end is not going to be as stable. It's a driving experience where when you get on power, you got to do it into a corner and hold it really well, because it's going to give you a feedback and a feeling of more grip. And that's what makes the driving style and experience so different between this and a mid-engine vehicle like the McLaren and the Huracan STO. It's a driving experience where you can get into it, and initially, I'll be honest, you can get inside this car and find yourself in awe of just how much stuff you need to learn to drive fast. The driving experience, the style is totally different in this vehicle than really any other track cars on the market. Having the dual mode exhaust, I can put in quiet mode and the car is much more livable. But who wants to do that? You want to wake up your neighbors, put it in loud mode, and roll down those windows. Woo! The car knows what I want. I know how to predict it. Wow. You can just do that all day. And the best thing about it is that it's a car that's not going to let you down. You can track this non-stop, and it's a rewarding experience, whereas the more and more you get to learn it in the driving style, the faster you'll be able to go. And holding on to it. What? My gosh! Let's make some noise, shall we? Let's wait for a straightaway. Try to catch up with the Lambo. Okay, so most definitely, windows going back up, most definitely. The responsiveness and the raw agility that you want in a track car. I mean, the steering response, it is unbelievable. Talking about my time with this GT3 RS, it was kind of cut short. I didn't really highlight too much upon it because I was just having a blast sharing how it compared against the STO and the 600LT. I should have spent more time on the 3RS in particular because of all the work it has done to it. You don't really see cars like this or Porsches like this out there, and the noises, the torque, it was crazy. I honestly was pretty hooked on it. It was a ton of fun to drive. Literally, I think it was the loudest car I've ever driven. I thought my Super Snake with 1,000 horsepower back in the day was loud, but no, not compared to this. Plus, the pop and the backfire you get blows your mind. I honestly think it was more fun to drive than the GT2 RS, which is, I'll probably get flack for saying that. I really do like the GT2 RS. It's more of like a polished out, more balanced vehicle for the track, because that's what it is. It's their ultimate track car. It's like the 600LT, I'd say the GT2 RS is. This is more just like a GT500 track pack, where it's just brutal. Absolutely brutal and fun and loud and raspy. It's a cool car. I think if you're in the market for like getting a GT3 RS and customizing it, there's a lot you can do, and this work right here is very, very crazy, and I would recommend to check it out. It's one of the first videos I think on YouTube that kind of showcase a build like this. And it's one of those builds whereas it could be a bit too much for somebody. It's not as street friendly or tame as a standard GT3 RS, and I wish we had the opportunity to kind of like compare it against a standard one so I can show you, on video, on camera, how different it really is. I think it's my favorite Porsche I've ever driven. Everyone tells me the 992 is a GT3 RS from the prior generation. I cannot wait to see that for myself. You gotta really understand the mindset of a GT3 or an RS before you get into it, but then when you do, it's a very lovable car. You want to get in it and track it or push it hard in the corners, and with that being said, it doesn't seem like an experience whereas it'll bite you too much, though I have heard interesting ownership reviews out there. From my time with the 3RS, it just seemed easy to drive. I have not pushed it hard. I've pushed other Porsches. I do like the GT4s. The GT4s are fun. GT4S is even crazier, right? But please let me know, what do you think of this custom setup on the GT3 RS? Because the work was done right, I think. Check out the description down below for like a list or a description of the build itself. Anyways, in terms of fun and thrill, definitely felt more exciting than the GT2 RS. This car that I drove in this video, as you saw how violent it was when I accelerated, it just was brutal, absolutely brutal. I think that, yeah, it's a race car for the street, the way it's set up, and I don't think you can talk about it really in the same sentence as the GT2 anymore. Speed-wise, it felt faster to me, but purely because I think the way the power delivery with the power band came on. The 2RS is, I think, more top-end. It has more top-end punch to the acceleration. I'm definitely a Porsche fan from here on out. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button to help me out, and subscribe for much more great content coming out your way. I'll see all of you in the next episode.